On 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And a litany of injuries coming into this game. I'll look at the list of names. Pretty daunting.
And here around the midway point, these teams both find themselves down a few bodies. Some more than others, but as they always say, no one feels sorry for you.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Harris steps in at the 4, with Duren at the center spot. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And for Denver, they've got Peyton Watson. He's out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Jamal Murray is out there with Jones. And it's Pickett in at the shooting guard position. Here we are now past the midway point of the season, Tim. What kinds of things are you focusing on right now as you take a look at the league?
Well, Kevin, this is where teams separate. There's two paths. Teams that are starting to get themselves ready for a playoff run, and those that are starting to think about their next offseason and angling for a good draft position.
And teams trying to peak at the right time. A very tough thing to achieve, don't you think?
It's critical. You want to be in rhythm and healthy to make that deep playoff run.
Now here is Harris. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game.
Well, that is grown man strength right there. Duren finishing through contact.
Jalen Duren is certainly a force, Tim, in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
Now here's Jones. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Watson's shot is off. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Back over to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Cunningham's shot is off. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. It's good on the putback. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Cunningham with it, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Ivy, no one around him. Off target from outside. Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Jones, the pass to Pickett. Murray outside. To the paint, here's Jones. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Unloads from 13. A nice shot by Harris.
Well, Harris loves that mid-range shot. It's something he will often go to if nothing else is there.
And Valanciunas kicks to Murray. Back to Valanciunas. Jones dishes to Murray. Clock at 2 over Cunningham. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Tough shot by Murray, but he's used to having to score in tight coverage.
Pass to Cunningham. Duren with a screen on Murray. Cunningham for 3. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Now here's Murray. Covered by Cunningham. And the basket by Jones.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. You look at Detroit. What a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out.
And checking out Detroit, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
Well, on paper, they certainly look dominant coming in, and that's exactly what we've seen on the floor. No one is going to want to face this team in the postseason.
And Denver has possession after Tobias Harris getting his shot to go from deep. Watson for three. It's hauled in by Stewart. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Cunningham outside. Duran trying to break free. They recover it. So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Kings. The 9-foot shot. Outside for Murray. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Murray's got 5 now.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Nuggets on top, ending the first quarter with a 13-5 run. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. We've got Isaiah Stewart, Duncan Robinson out there with Thompson. Then there's Howland, and it's Green in at the small forward position.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So, Tim, here's a word you often hear teams talk about. Nets culture. How does an organization create the right culture?
Well, I think, Kevin, you establish core values and then you make those non-negotiable. When everybody connects with that and connects to those values, you really have something special.
Holding on to the rope and pulling in the same direction.
That's what it's all about.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Guys?
On the rise. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And the Pistons making a change here. Quintman's checked in. Robinson against Brown. Holmes passes to Brown. And they pick up 2. Brown's got the lead up to 9 now for Denver.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Robinson against Brown. Quintman. And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Robinson for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Robinson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Hardaway dishes to Murray. Wing shot on the way. Rebound by the Pistons. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season. And the tough guy reputation, Tim, well earned for Isaiah Stewart.
Well, yeah, he's a physical presence, Kevin. He does not shy away from an alley fight. He brings that edge every team needs, and it is especially welcome in the Motor City.
A silky smooth jump shooter. Once Thompson senses separation, he's rising without hesitation.
Hardaway kicks to Jones. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Jones has got 7 points in the game.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And so the timeout here. Nuggets making a change here. Watson's checked in. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 7. And Thompson kicks to Harris. And the 3 off target.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Greg, the Pistons had some decisions to make this summer, with some of their veterans hitting free agency.
And with Cade Cunningham making All-NBA and earning that raise, a tighter squeeze financially, not easy to keep a high-performing team together.
Now, here's Ivy. Playing Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Stewart. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Stewart's got his first points in this one.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Pass to Pickett. And here is Murray, guarded by Harris. Here's Pickett. Now here's Jones. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Stewart.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
So fast of foot, on the run, Osir, tough to catch.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Tunis, he's checked in for Najee. And a switcher also for Detroit. Duran, he's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Jones, the pass to Murray. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Murray's got 8.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Well, if Tobias Harris sees a lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it.
On the wing, Murray. Covered by Cunningham. No good from Valanciunas.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's stolen by Watson. Here's Pickett. Ivy defending. Valanciunas with a screen on Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. Trying his luck from deep. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Puts up a deep 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Denver on top. They're up by 4. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
On the court now with J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach, as we approach the second half, what's going to be the deciding factor?
Just maintain. I think there were some things defensively that we left on the table where we gave up some cheap ones because we didn't communicate. So we solved those. I think we give ourselves a good shot going into the half.
All right, thanks so much, Coach.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
And welcome to halftime. With the All-Star festivities around the corner, here are the favorites to take part in the dunk contest.
The voting process will be wrapping up soon. Finally. Excited to see which players make the cut.
Same. In fact, I might suit up and try some dunks I've been working on.
Of the trampoline variety, no doubt.
You've been spying on me, Ernie?
You don't want to know. Shifting focus, how about this tight game the Detroit Pistons find themselves in?
I like the way they've been running, pushing the ball, putting that defense on its heels.
Yeah, you love their tempo. When they play fast, they can put points on the board in a hurry, Ernie.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Tobias Harris, he has really been playing well.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Pistons trail by 4. They've got Jamal Murray. Peyton Watson is out there with Jones. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Pickett in at shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. That's the way I looked at it.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And yes, it's good. Valanciunas has got 8.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it. Who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Thompson. Averaging about 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
And that's such a valuable tool for this team. His defense can really shift the momentum.
Cunningham sets a screen for Ivy. The offensive rebound goes up again. Murray with the defensive effort.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Here's Pickett. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Back to Cunningham. Good on the triple.
And he is a guy who typically needs the ball in his hand, so it's good to see Cunningham as a catch-and-shoot option.
You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skills.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself, and that is the difference.
Yeah, Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made... Around halfway through the season, and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. You look at the Nuggets. Right now, they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference.
And you know, for the Nuggets, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
Well, no one has been surprised by their dominance. Now they will try to take this momentum into the postseason.
And there's Valanciunas on the assist by Murray. Valanciunas has got 10.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
Cunningham. Harris passes to Ivy. Duran sets the screen for Ivy. Denver grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me, you definitely do. And the Nuggets making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Detroit. And he makes both free throws. Pistons trail by 3. Here's Ivy. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. So nice to see Jaden Ivey back in action, Tim, after suffering that broken fibula last season.
Shooting 2.
Yeah, Kevin, he was just hitting his stride when he had a very difficult injury. In particular, he was upping his shooting percentage from the field. Now he's looking to continue that momentum.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jaden Ivey gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Watson has it in the corner. On the wing, Hardaway. Guarded by Robinson. Just 4 to shoot. And Hardaway Jr. is good for 3. Hardaway has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Bounce pass from Ivy. Duran with a screen on Hardaway. And again, it's the Pistons missing. The Nuggets leading by 5. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Tobias Harris. Holland comes in for Asar Thompson. And it's Klay Thompson in for Ivy. And that one misses.
And you got to love a vet like Tim Hardaway Jr. He knows the game well, knows how to go out there and produce for his team.
Now, here is Robinson. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Thompson outside. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Valanciunas in the high post. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Valanciunas has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Duran with a screen on Hardaway. Robinson for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Back to Brown. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. It's been all about Jonas Valanciunas for the Nuggets. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We come back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Robinson is out there with Cade Cunningham. Then there's Holland. And there's Klay Thompson, and it's Stewart in at the 5 spot. Count the basket.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
The Nuggets leading by 9. Murray looking around. Pass to Holmes. Hardaway for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Robinson kicks to Cunningham. Here's Holland. Cunningham outside, drains it from beyond the arc.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Aiden Watson, he's checked in for Denver. And a switcher also for Detroit. Harris is checked in. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. Now here's Brown. Back to Watson. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Murray against Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Off target with his 3. Inside. Here's Najee. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Harris.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Denver?
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And I'd say offensive rebounding has also been a big factor as well. And not just getting the boards, but more importantly, converting those into second chance points.
So for the Pistons, Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Thompson. And Ivy subbed in for Duncan Robinson. Both shots good from the stripe. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Outside Harris. Oh, a fantastic finish off the alley-oop.
And Harris has been sneaky as a playmaker. Those assist numbers have really crept up.
Here's Valanciunas. The turnaround. A tremendous move.
You know, I think they need to send more bodies to the boards at the offensive end. They had a good thing going there in that first half.
Now, here's Cunningham. Murray rips down the board. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Driving in. Puts up the 3. The shot is off.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
And defense has to guard Cade in the corner. He will take and make that shot.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. It's making a switch here. Watson's checked in. Here's Pickett. Murray outside. Strong move off the glass.
And you can't fall asleep against Murray, especially when he's got great interior positioning. The D has got to be better.
And J.B. Bickerstaff. Cunningham against Murray. Duren with the screen on Murray. Cunningham takes advantage. That J is good.
Well, that is a beautiful release from Cunningham. He's got that jumper dialed in.
Cleared away by Ivy. Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. It drops.
There is zero fear in Duren. That is a huge bucket for his team.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
Now, here's Cunningham.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Well, that's the problem, playing catch-up at the end. Every point matters, but at least it wasn't an empty trip.
And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And what I like about Murray is how he just goes at you. He doesn't hold back on either end and uses his motor to wear you down.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Duren, oh, the dunk!
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. 6-point game, and that's an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He hits the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Detroit. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game.
Harris.
That is aggressive work inside by Harris, a veteran forward who understands how to get to the line.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. And Harris drops them both. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, so now it's an 8-point game. From deep, down he goes for 3. And now we've got the intentional foul.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. So the Nuggets win it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jonas Valanciunas.